You and I, we are not alike.
Wide open again. Lord Nolan
I don't make
catches
myself
at the 40.
bleed for this life, and it's kinda nice. You just okay, but I'm kinda nice. Yeah, I said it's game time.
35, 30.
I said it's game time. Should have painted my voice right now. Yeah, it's game time.
Slam to the field turf. Game breaker. The football pops free. Sack. Touchdown. Spartan. The middle picked off by Parker. Wide open again. Lord Nolan. They won't catch him. 20. It is caught inside the 5. It's Kirby, the hawk shooter, for a third time.
Welcome in to the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, which is sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Joined by Lauren Montgomery, head football coach here at Bixby. And, well, on the road at the original Moore. We'll talk about some of those highlights coming up, but what was that experience like?
Well, so there are good things and bad things about going to Moore. Namely, lots of good vibes from our first state championship that we won at that field back in 2014. So some of us coaches that were still around back then enjoy visiting about that and talking about some of our kids. Second thing is that's a hard place to play. There's a big track, and the fans are quite a ways off of the field, and so it's a little bit dead, almost like a JV game sometimes, and they don't have huge crowds, which is kind of shocking because Moore was 4-0, playing the number 2 team in the state. But really proud of the way our kids brought the juice and came out ready to play, and I thought we played some really good defense and executed at times at a high level.
Time for our Waldo's Chicken Practice Players of the Week.
Yeah, I got 2 guys this week doing good stuff. Seniors we're really proud of. Safety, Brooks Dixon, our practice player captain, and senior Walker Wells, tight end, also does some deep snapping for us, as well as some kickoff return and special teams as well. So those guys aren't only contributing on Friday nights, they're contributing each day in practice as well.
All right, our practice players of the week once again brought to us by Waldo's Chicken. We're going to take a look at your first half highlights, Bixby at Moore, when we come back.
Toss right. Now Presley's going to throw deep down the right side. Catch made in stride. 25, 20.
The Bixby Quarterback Club would like to thank these proud sponsors of the Bixby Football Coaches Show. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. BTC Broadband, stay connected with us. American Waste, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Nowlin Orthodontics, powered by Smile Doctors. Baker Pools, the best pool company in Tulsa. Waldo's Chicken, where it's always made from scratch. Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life one home at a time. Oklahoma Promo, products that inspire. Core Society, experience the core workout. TTCU, life is better in balance. Castle Rock Homes, your custom home is waiting. And by Explorer Pipeline.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the collab of flavors. The sweet honey, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and the creamy pimento cheese. It is a perfect bite.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go get it.
Hey Bixby! Stay connected this fall with fast fiber internet from BTC Broadband. Stream all your favorite teams with no buffering with our affordable home internet plans. Plus, our friendly local customer service team is always ready to help when you need it. Call 918-366-8000 and enjoy seamless internet in Bixby and other select areas. Go Spartans!
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
We're back here on the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, and we're going to head to Moore High School and take a look at these highlights. Coach, the Moore High School football team, the original Moore, they are the ones that are kind of up and coming, and they were undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated. Coach Bryant has a great football team, doing some cool things there. They've got a brand new indoor facility with a weight room in it. Now, each of those high schools finally has their own stadium and locker room facilities and those things, and so I know that not only will help in the future, it is helping right away with each of those 3 more programs.
All right, very talented young quarterback as well.
Yeah, very good. I know being recruited by West Point and Harding and some of the universities that run option football, and we thought he was an excellent player. Got knocked out of the last game, but we knew he was going to play Friday night, and he came out and played really well and could show you what he could do with his legs and his arm.
All right, Moore High School Stadium. Let's take a look at your first half highlights. These are brought to you by American Waste Control.
Coming out here, yeah, and pretty excited to travel across the state there and get out and play some ball. And our defense comes out right away and does some good stuff. Moore selected the football. They took the football, and we're actually operating at a slow pace. I think probably trying to just kind of keep us out of rhythm, and sometimes that's a pretty good strategy. And so right now our offense gets the ball, and excellent blocking right there. Carter Bell, jumbo package, Cooper Parker toting the rock, but some really good stuff. Love to see that offensive line cave everything down. And Bodie Carroll here on the counter play behind Broderick Shaw with Caden Penny pulling. Good stuff right here. And then here's a G sweep scheme right there. Braden Presley getting a few carries there at tailback, doing some good stuff. Averaged about 25 yards a carry, which is pretty darn good average. We hit Nate Gonzalez right there on the sit route, and he's able to stick his foot in the ground and get in for a touchdown. So excellent play there by Nate. Good throw by Carson. More coming out here. That's Tyler Wright. Forces the big hit. The ball pops up in the air. Brooks Dixon intercepts it, and then we come right back here and we score on the very next play. So taking advantage of that turnover down in the red zone, Carson Kirby does a good job getting vertical and getting into the end zone on the quarterback sweep there. Getting our defense back out. We got some guys doing some really good stuff. Right there you see Hector Garcia from his nose guard position. He's a guy that bench presses about 365 pounds and is a first-year starter, really coming along doing some good stuff, just a junior. Joe Peters from his defensive end position there, and Dawson Madden. All those guys right now are juniors and inexperienced, but each game that goes by they're doing better and better stuff. Nate Hobbs in on the tackle from his outside linebacker position, a young sophomore starting. Here's Trey McLaughlin right there getting good pressure, and then Joe Peters and Dawson Madden clean it up on the sack. So excellent to get good pressure, especially on a talented quarterback like that. Carson drops back right here, hits Blake Hogshooter on the comeback, moves the chains. That's an excellent conversion right there. And then the hitch pattern out here to Blake. Blake had a big night, so really starting to come on. And then Braden Presley at tailback, and then the double pass right here. Throws an excellent ball, hits Blake in the open field, and a big strike, explosive play. Always trying to scheme those explosive plays up. Coach Snyder does such a good job, our offensive coordinator and our offensive staff. Good pressure right there. I think that's Trey on the pressure again, and right there, good open field tackle by Cord Nolan, physical tackle. Those linebackers doing some really good stuff. And right there's Trey McLaughlin from his outside linebacker position once again. And they throw the middle screen on 3rd and long right there, and we do a good job of reading that out. And I think that's Trey on the tackle, and so that takes us to halftime with a lead of 21-0.
All right, Spartans up there at Moore. We'll take a look at your second half highlights when we come back.
He takes the snap and shotgun, rumbles left, and he's going to be sacked, cornered in, dropped for a big loss, and it's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the collab of flavors. The sweet honey, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and the creamy pimento cheese. It is a perfect bite.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go get it.
What comes to mind when you think of trash? Probably just glad somebody else handles it, right? Well, American Waste Control founder Kenny Burkett started hauling waste and recyclables in Tulsa over 50 years ago, and he is still taking the trash out today. That's not all. Kenny's company is the presenting sponsor of the annual Tulsa Christmas Parade, And he's proud to sponsor Bixby Spartan football. Come out and cheer for our Bixby Spartans with your local waste company and recycling hauler each home game.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Spartans up 21-0 at the half. We welcome you back to the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show. And Lauren, there at halftime, you had some opportunities in the first half. How would you rate the first half?
Well, played good defensively. Obviously, no points on the scoreboard for them. Offensively, we had to overcome some penalties and things like that we've got to improve upon. And then teachable moment right there at the end of half. We wanted to run our field goal team on, and so we threw the pick. We probably tried to force one when we shouldn't have, and left points out there on the field. And so that's one of the things that we talked about with our guys. Talked with Carson just a little bit, and glad we had that moment, because next time we're in it, he's going to know, and hopefully we can come away with some points.
Let's take a look at the second half highlights. These are brought to you by BTC Broadband.
Coming out here in the second half, offense got the ball, and we knew it was going to be important to get going right away. And we dropped back and hit a deep ball right there to Blake Hogshooter, and that's a fast guy right there, because Blake doesn't get tackled from behind very often, and then picked up the first down, and then we hit him right back here again out on the hitch route. Once again, Blake having a good evening, having about 150 yards. There's Bodie Carroll from the tailback position on the wheel route, catching the ball. And then right here, Bodie Carroll doing a good job getting vertical in the inside zone play and punching it into the end zone. Get that defense back out here. Got some guys doing really good stuff. Tyler Wright gets better every snap. Nate Hobbs on the tackle right there, and then you see everything bottled up inside. And then Brooks Dixon with an excellent effort play, showing off his wheels as well, chasing that down and making a big play right there. And then Cooper Parker, Brooks Dixon from safety position, all in on that tackle. And right here, the speed sweep right here to Braden Presley, and Braden getting behind some excellent blocking. Tyler Wright being a football player right there, getting us the edge, picking up two guys, and just good stuff. I love the effort plays, and little things that people probably don't notice are those blocks like Tyler had there. So I think he got the goon of the game, and that block right there probably had quite a bit to do with it. Trey McLaughlin on another tackle from his outside linebacker position, just getting better and better each day. Carson pulls it down on the follow, and then once again right here, the freshman B.J. Jones with a good little run, getting behind those offensive linemen on the counter play. And then right here, Cooper Parker from the jumbo package doing a good job. I think that's Sam DeWoody. And then Nate Gonzalez, special teams player of the week right here with the rollout punts, doing a good job being patient. And then we're able to pick up the muff punt and steal possession right there. So kudos to that punt team for being down the field, being ready in that position. And then Tyler Wright gets a carry right there and shows off his excellent athleticism, makes a couple guys miss and gets in the end zone. So he was doing it blocking before, and so Coach Snyder did a good job getting him the rock. Cooper Parker up inside, Maverick Nance inside linebacker, Maverick Young Jr. doing some good things. And then right here, Ben Rogowski from his safety position coming in and screaming downhill. And then right here, you see Hector Garcia, Dawson Madden, those guys in the middle really gumming everything up. And that's what we like to do to the run game. And Cooper Parker being physical, also getting some corners in on those nub run formations, and then bottling the quarterback up, getting a big sack right here, getting a big turnover on downs on fourth down. Joe Peters, 2 sacks on the evening. Joe getting a little bit better each and every week. And then we hit the bubble screen right out here, and I think that's Catcher to Hart. Catcher had a couple of good grabs. So talented from his inside wide receiver position grows. Here's a young freshman, B.J. Jones, breaks it out along the sidelines right there and does a good job picking up positive yards. That still doesn't get tackled a ton. And then we got the sit route right here, Tyler Wright picking that up. Excellent ball right there from Carson, weaving it in between zone coverage. And then right here, Brian Jones doing some things, making some guys miss. He often makes that first guy miss, which is good, shows off his strength, and really good strength for a freshman. And then Gabe Blankenship right here finishes this drive off with a couple of excellent inside zones. Love the cut, love him knowing down and distance and getting into the end zone for his first varsity touchdown as a Spartan.
Let's take a look at our final stats, and they are brought to us by Explorer Pipeline.
Final score of 49-7, and we were doing some good things on the evening, got some good reps. First downs, 19-10 on the evening, total offense. Your Spartans had 485 yards of total yards, more 247. Passing 240, rushing 245. Once again, we mentioned the penalties early. We had 7 penalties for 67 yards, so want to bring that down like we had the week before. Turnovers too. Still looking for a goose egg in the turnover department. Passing, Carson Kirby was 13-22 for 185 yards, and then Braden Presley had the long touchdown pass for about 75 yards there to Blake Hogshooter. So good evening there. Rushing, Braden Presley had 3 carries for 75 yards. Brian Jones, 5 for 62. Carson Kirby, 6 for 40. Receiving, Blake Hogshooter had 4 receptions for 154 yards. Catcher to Hart, 3 for 42. Nate Gonzalez, 2 for 21. Tackles, great defensive effort. Cord Nolan, Cooper Parker from their inside linebackers, both with 11. Tyler Wright, Brooks Dixon, Braden Presley, all with 6 tackles on the evening. Joe Peters with the 2 sacks. Cord Nolan, Nate Hobbs with 1 as well. So good night for the Spartans, and it was fun to go on the road and get a win.
All right, Spartans back home now, taking on Edmond North. Let's talk a little bit about the Huskies at this point.
Yeah, Edmond North is up-and-coming football program. Coach Whitson, Carter Whitson, the son of former Broken Arrow coach Brent Whitson, so it runs in the family. They're really good coaches, got a good group, and they're a scrappy bunch. You know, defensively, they base out of a 3-4 scheme and have guys flying around all over the field, and then on offense have quite a few weapons, like to get the ball out in space, and has a quarterback that's mobile. So we're going to have a great week of practice and be ready for these guys.
And those Edmond schools, there's a lot of talent, obviously, in that area.
Yeah, there is a lot of talent, you know, and you know, you got Edmond North, you got Edmond Memorial and Edmond Santa Fe, and then the district of their own, Deer Creek. So it's a big area with a lot of talent and a lot of resources. So each of those schools now has their own stadium and are all trending upwards. All
right, back home, Lee Snyder Field Friday night. We'll come back with our Now in Orthodontics Player of the Week.
Here comes pressure again. Miller rolls right, dumps it off, and it's caught at the 22, and then absolutely waylaid.
Hey Bixby, stay connected this fall with fast fiber internet from BTC Broadband. Stream all your favorite teams with no buffering with our affordable home internet plans. Plus, our friendly local customer service team is always ready to help when you need it. Call 918-366-8000 and enjoy seamless internet in Bixby and other select areas. Go Spartans!
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
What comes to mind when you think of trash? Probably just glad somebody else handles it, right? Well, American Waste Control founder Kenny Burkett started hauling waste and recyclables in Tulsa over 50 years ago, and he is still taking the trash out today. That's not all. Kenny's company is the presenting sponsor of the annual Tulsa Christmas Parade, and he's proud to sponsor Bixby Spartan football. Come out and cheer for our Bixby Spartans with your local waste company and recycling hauler each home game.
My name is Laura Montgomery. I'm head football coach at Bixby High School. Dr. Nowlin has treated me personally with Invisalign. As a football coach, I appreciate teamwork. When you go to Dr. Nowlin's office, it's teamwork at its finest, from leadership all the way down.
Nowlin Orthodontics, transforming smiles, free consultations, and 0% financing.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, and it's time for a Now in Orthodontics Player of the Week, and it's junior Cord Nolan, linebacker, tight end. Welcome to the show, Corey.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to talk about your season so far. We'll talk about playing both sides of the ball and how many plays you're getting in.
All right.
Let's talk about how the season's gone so far through the first 5 games. Just kind of talk about season overall.
Right. So, played 5 games so far. We've played some good teams, played some not so good teams, and we've been working on practicing. And obviously this year we're a younger team than we've ever been. We've got starters who have never played before since they've been freshmen. We've had a lot of people graduate last year, so we got a lot of people filling some big shoes. So doing that and getting better at practicing, and we've been continuing to grow each and every week. So seeing that's been good for sure.
Well, and we can get into offense, defense, talk about all those things. We're going to really talk about you individually, but when you mentioned guys stepping up and having roles, you're a leader in every sense of the way now as a junior, and with those younger guys, how do you help them get better and play the right way?
Right. So I think for me, I like leading these guys in the way they would, like King Puckett, getting them in a headspace for practice and games that they're going to go out there and get better and get great each and every day, no matter what it is. Find something little to work on so it can prepare you for the upcoming weeks.
All right. Well, offense and defense, we know you're an impact guy on both sides of the ball. We'll start off defensively. How do you think you've grown as a linebacker, moving inside full time?
Well, I've played inside linebacker ever since I started playing football, and then moved outside the first couple of years of being here in the high school varsity team, and then moved back this year since Hank and all them are gone now, me and Cooper, and it's just my favorite. I love it. I flow with it, and this year I've kind of just been able to actually focus on it and work on the little things that I need to do to become the best inside linebacker possible.
Yeah, moving back inside, and it's a complicated system.
Yep.
You've had a lot of time to grow in that. Now, offensively, you're getting a lot of plays. Tight end,
Absolutely.
you're used in a lot of different ways. Kind of explain those different ways you're used on the offensive side of the ball.
So, I mean, our offense is so crazy, just all the schemes that we come up with each and every week, and it's either blocking or running routes or throwing a pass, whatever it may be. I feel like we can be used in a bunch of different ways, and we are used in all those ways, and it's fun doing all those things because it's always something new each week.
All right, you guys cruising along, great season. Obviously, you're getting to play, as we talked about, as much as you want offensively and defensively. Probably as things get a little cooler, you'll play a little more. You have had a lot of attention. You're getting recruited, and that process has started, a ways back. But how do you handle that along with playing through the season?
Well, whenever it's football time, it's football time. Go out there and play, do my job, do what I need to do, stay focused on that. And then outside of that, I'll talk to coaches, stay in communication with them, keep those relationships building, and just keep playing football.
All right, great season so far. Cord Nolan, we look forward to seeing what you do this last half, and offensively and defensively, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, Cord Nolan, our Now in Orthodontics Player of the Week. We're going to head down to the younger grades. Our youth team of the week is coming up next.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
Hey Bixby! Stay connected this fall with fast fiber internet from BTC Broadband. Stream all your favorite teams with no buffering with our affordable home internet plans. Plus, our friendly local customer service team is always ready to help when you need it. Call 918-366-8000 and enjoy seamless internet in Bixby and other select areas. Go Spartans!
What comes to mind when you think of trash? Probably just glad somebody else handles it, right? Well, American Waste Control founder Kenny Burkett started hauling waste and recyclables in Tulsa over 50 years ago, and he is still taking the trash out today. That's not all. Kenny's company is the presenting sponsor of the annual Tulsa Christmas Parade, and he's proud to sponsor Bixby Spartan football. Come out and cheer for our Bixby Spartans with your local waste company and recycling hauler each home game.
Welcome back, and it's time for our TTCU Youth Team of the Week, 7th grade, and Bixby Red 7th grade, Nick David. is the head football coach. Nick, welcome to the show.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You've been here before, so you kind of know the drill. Let's talk about your season so far. You're 4-2, and just kind of run down how things have progressed.
Yeah, you know, for us coming into the summer, we had huge ambitions and goals for our returning team, plus the new kids that we were able to pick up. And we've been able to execute at a high level most percentages of our games. The 2 losses were games where we were still in and just inches away from being able to pull something out. So as the season continues to progress, we will work on those areas to fix those things up and make a stretch run here at the end.
All right, we'll take a look at some highlights. We're going to start off by looking at your offense. Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, this year I was excited about our offense. We installed what we were supposed to have in 6th grade to prepare them for this year. And so they've executed at a high level from our quarterback to our running back, our receivers, as well as the linemen. You know, Griffin Gill at quarterback has operated pretty efficiently for the majority of the year, knowing his checkdowns, knowing when to take it and run, and whatever he has to do to make a big play. Running backs, I got a plethora of them. I've got 4 running backs, so a good stable where I can rotate them in, keep them fresh, and obviously continue to get big plays. And our receiving core and our tight end, nothing more I can say about them. They're gooning at a high level, blocking, making big plays when the ball gets in their hands, and so pretty excited for what they've been able to do so far this year.
All right, let's flip over to the defense and look at those highlights.
Yeah, as far as our defense is concerned, Coach Braden has done a phenomenal job. We, you know, have allowed less than 5 points a game as far as, you know, offenses against us. We went through a 3-week stretch of shutting everybody out. Obviously, the opponent's offenses, they're lights out, from our linebacking core to our secondary. A lot of picks. We have some pick sixes on the year as well, which is beautiful. Some defensive line sacks, and they play together as a unit, and they know how to really fly to the ball, if I could say that.
All right, real quick, let's talk about just what you've enjoyed coaching in this system in Bixby youth football.
You know, I look at it as far as my enjoyment pieces are preparing young men for the future within our Bixby community, getting them off to college, obviously, but more importantly, getting them to the high school level. Really installing into them the things that were mentored to me by Coach Montgomery, as well as other coaches that have come across my way, and obviously continuing to grow myself as well. It's constantly challenge. It challenges me, I should say, to be a better person every day and to become a better coach for them, to prepare them.
All right, outstanding. Good to see you again, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, Nick David and 7th grade Red, that'll do it for the TTCU Youth Team of the Week and for the show. Now, coming up, their upcoming Mabry Bank upcoming Game of the Week, Edmond North at Lee Snyder Field, 7 o'clock this Friday night. We'll see you next time. The Bixby Quarterback Club would like to thank these proud sponsors of the Bixby Football Coaches Show. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. BTC Broadband, stay connected with us. American Waste, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Nowlin Orthodontics, powered by Smile Doctors. Baker Pools, the best pool company in Tulsa. Waldo's Chicken, where it's always made from scratch. Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life one home at a time. Oklahoma Promo, products that inspire. Core Society, experience the core workout. TTCU, life is better in balance. Castle Rock Homes, your custom home is waiting. And by Explorer Pipeline,